Hi dear students, how are you? Today we are going to have our eighth video and it's going to be, we are going to learn a new text. It's in the workbook, page 46. It is unit 9, okay? And it is entitled How to Make a Sales Pitch. Let's start. Whether you are selling a new type of toothpaste to a chain of pharmacies or the latest computer software to a school or a new kind of package holiday to a travel agency, you need to know how to make a sales pitch. So they are trying to tell us if you want to be a good salesman, you want to be an excellent salesman, and you want to sell your products, no matter if it was too small, like a toothpaste, or something very big, like a kind of package holiday, no matter, then you have to follow certain tips. You have to follow certain steps or pieces of advice to make you a good and excellent sales pitch and make you, طبعا, to make you convince people or persuade people of your product. Number one, do your research. يعني قم بالبحث. Don't come away from a sales pitch wishing you had been better prepared. It is essential to know everything about your product. So they say be well prepared and make a search and know everything about your product, and don't regret it when you come back. I wish if I had done so and so. I wish if I had said so and so. No, you have to be prepared before you go, and it is essential to know everything about your product. Now, what things you should know about your product? Do you know? And then, do you know when it was developed and where it is produced? You also need to know who the target market is. So you have to know your product. When was it first made or produced? How did it develop? And also where it is produced, in which place, which countries, which places, and what is your target market. Now, who are you going to sell this product to? For example, you have to know the age group. Is it for the small ones? Is it for the young people? For young people, or is it for all people? And also you have to know in the overall income of the people you might the people who might buy it. Yes, because if you are selling something which is not expensive, then you have to go to the middle or the poor class. But if you are selling something like jewelry, for example, you have to go to the rich people. Not only that, you should know all about the competition, that is similar products on the market. يعني for sure your product also, they have similar products in the market. But you have to know about these products and you have to convince your future customers why your product is better than the other products which have the same thing or which are similar to your product in the market. But why should they buy it from you? Why is your product superior to others, and why does it have better value? Why is it better? What makes it so special or better or different from other products or from similar products in the market? In addition, you should know exactly which people you are speaking to and what their needs are. Yes. For example, you cannot go to young people and tell them or you are and selling them things for all people. Like, for example, you cannot sell them medical appliances, for example, because they don't care about such products. Now, medical appliances عادة usually the old ones, they care about it. You cannot go to the old people and telling them or talking to them about computer software. They don't care. This is not the thing that they care about or they want to know about. Then, okay, so if they represented a middle class department store in a humble neighborhood, be ready to explain why your particular product would suit customers who do not have lots of money. So if your product is not very expensive and you are talking to middle class people, you have to convince them and persuade them why your product is the best product to buy, because it's not expensive and it suits their need and their level also. Right. So most of all, you need to believe also. Where are we now? Humble neighborhood. Be ready to explain why your particular product would suit customers who do not have lots of money, okay, because it's not expensive and you are buying it to middle class. Middle class don't have lots of money, so you have to convince them that your product is the best for them, is the most beautiful, is the perfect product for them. What makes your product perfect for them? Most of all, you need to believe in what you are selling, and the best way to do that is to use it. So you have to use this product, so to be ready for any question from anybody, from any customer. Why? Because you have used it, you have tried it, and you know everything about it. Now, advice number 2, prepare and practice. Plan your presentation carefully, not just what you will say, but how you will say it. Yes, prepare your presentation. You can prepare them into parts, for example. What are you going to say in the first part, in the second part, in the third part, and so on. And how you will say it. You have to choose a very attractive way to attract the attention of your audience and make them satisfied of your product. Will you read it word by word, use notes, or memorize it? So how are you going to give your presentation? Is it written on a paper, printed on a paper, and you are going to read from the paper a word by word? Or are you going to use just notes to remind you of the main points? Or are you going to memorize it by heart? Now, whatever you decide, if you choose any option of these 3, it is always a good idea to have a list of your main points. Yes, you should have main points. In fact, a paper which contains your main points. Okay? Why? Because sometimes some people interrupt you while you are talking, so when you want to come back, you forget where did you reach. So these points will remind you. Or sometimes some people, they keep talking and talking and talking, suddenly they forget, so these points will remind them. Yeah, so to have a list of your main points in case something interrupts you or simply freeze with nerves and you forget. It happens, yeah. Then practice it if possible in front of colleagues and make changes and practice it again. So you can practice your presentation. You have already prepared your presentation. Okay, practice it in front of your family, your parents, your colleagues, your friends. They might suggest something to add. They might suggest something to delete. So you'll be ready for everything and you have already practiced it. It'll be easier for you when you go and say it in front of your audience. Advice number 3, be professional. كن محترفا. Keep your presentation short and simple. Yes, don't talk too much. Don't elaborate. People get bored so quickly and so easily. So just say what you want to say and be precise and direct to the point. Start with some friendly comments. Yeah, you can be friendly to your audience so that they'll be ready. You can make them ready to listen to you. How? For example, thank your host. يعني اشكر اللي هم استضافوك، المستضافين طبعا اللي ضافوك, for allowing you to speak to them. You thank you for allowing me to speak to you, and compliment their company. Compliment يعني امدح شركتهم. يعني you say your company is an excellent company, your company has very well reputation in the area. So this is a kind of compliment, نوع من أنواع المديح. Remember to speak slowly and clearly. Don't speak too fast so that they won't catch up with you. No, speak slowly and clearly with full mouth so everyone will understand what you are talking about. It's important to it's important to appear confident even if you are nervous. Yani sometimes when we face a large number of people, we get nervous. But they say here, don't show that you are nervous to the audience. Just appear and show them that you are confident, that you trust yourself, even if you are nervous, in fact. While you are speaking, don't keep your head down. Okay, don't keep your head down all the time. طيب, instead, look around the room and make eye contact with your audience. Okay, look around the room, and then also the audience like you to have an eye contact with them. Smile when you have finished speaking. So when you finish your presentation, smile to your audience, smile to the people you are speaking to, and invite questions and ask them if anybody has any question. If you don't know the answers, don't pretend. Thank your questioner and promise to find out the answer and do it. Yani, if somebody asks you something and you don't know the answer, don't pretend that you know. Don't invent something out of your mind. Just tell him or tell her, I don't know, but I promise to send you the answer. Go, give them the correct answer and send it to him or to her. يعني you should keep your promise. Finally, have a summary of your presentation ready to hand out at the end of the session. So when you finish your session, it's advisable to have the main points printed on a piece of paper and then distribute the paper to your audience, just to remind them of the main points of your product and your presentation. I wish I had known all this when I started out in business. Goodbye. That's all for the text here. And dear students, we have a worksheet here. It consists of some questions on the text. Read the questions thoroughly, try to find the answers, and then after you answer, check your answers and compare them with the model answers you have here on page 10. Finally, dear students, we have an exercise in the workbook. It's on page 47, exercise 10. It says find the expressions from 1 to 5 in the text, then match them with their meanings. Now we have here 5 words, 5 expressions, okay, and we have 5 meanings. Let us read. Package holiday, sales pitch, target market, age group, department store. Okay, now number A, people who are identified as possible customers. This is number A. It goes with 3, target market. A set of people of similar age. It goes with 4, age group, الفئة العمرية. Okay, and number 3, target market اللي هو السوق المستهدف. Number C, a large shop that sells many different types of things. اللي هو متجر كبير بأقسام مختلفة ومتعددة. It is department store number 5. Okay, number D, a presentation made by someone who is trying to sell a product. It's number 2, sales pitch, عرض تسويقي. Finally, number E, an organized trip with everything included in the price, travel, التنقل, accommodation, السكن, and food. It's package holiday. That's all, dear students, for this text in the workbook. Thank you until we meet in the next video, inshallah. Thank you.